let this be.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the love. Thank you for all the day ones. Thank you for everybody who are new. Thank you so much. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you get your podcast, you can find Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. It don't matter. I'm all over the place. So we got a good one today, y'all. We're talking about where the Gamecocks stand after 7 basketball games. 7 games. The Gamecocks are 6-1. 6-1, number 4 in the AP poll. That will be different when that poll comes out on Monday or Tuesday of this upcoming week. We have the 3rd ranked strength of schedule. And we play Purdue tomorrow. But as it stands right now, South Carolina only loss is to number 1 ranked UCLA. The blowout victory over Iowa State, who currently ranked number 15th in the country, changed the advanced stats for this basketball team. Going into this basketball team, our offensive rating was 39th. Okay. And the rating was 108.2. Our rating now is 108.5. In yesterday's basketball game, we shot 45% from the field. We shot 35% from the free throw line. We shot 87%. It was 87, 85%. It don't matter. It was sensational by the Gamecocks from the free throw line. We played some efficient basketball on the offensive side. I think we still had too many turnovers, for my liking. But it was definitely some improvement on the offensive side with us. The pace of play, we still aren't playing the pace of play that was anything close to last season. Right now, we're currently 194th in terms of pace of play. Before this game with Iowa State was 185th. Our pace of play went from 71.6 to 71.2. So it's still about the same. Not a big difference. Through 7 basketball games, we are trending towards the pace of play that we had for the last 4 years. If you take out last season's championship, that year might be an anomaly. And it seems like we are returning back to the way that we played in terms of pace previously. Offensive rebounding percentage is the same. We're 12th in the country. And we're getting about 44% of all offensive rebounds. And that's cool. That's great. We still got to improve that to top 5. Top 5 in the country. Offensive rebounding percentage, that'll be amazing. Defensive rebounding percentage, we went from 67th to 57th. Okay, we improved from 73.6 to 74.1. I anticipate that improving again tomorrow after this Purdue game. I'll dive deep into what Purdue brings to the table against the South Carolina three-time national champions on the next video. But make no mistake about it, we should dominate in the boards tomorrow against a Purdue Boilermaker team. Total rebound percentage went from 17% to 14%. That improved because we out rebounded Iowa State, even with Crooks and even with Brown, by 15 rebounds. 58% to 58.1%. Assist percentage, we aren't getting the assists that we normally get in the past. We aren't getting those easy buckets. We're not getting those transition buckets that we normally get. We're not finishing the layups like we normally would have. Thus, our assist percentage was 239th before the game and went down to 275th. And the percentage went from 50.5 to 48.5. So we still not getting that love. Still not getting that love in terms of pretty basketball. We're not playing pretty basketball. We didn't play pretty yesterday. I want to get back to the pretty basketball that we had last season. With the ball, and Dawn makes it more clear than I ever could. It's just the ball is sticking. The ball is sticking. Sometimes there's a little bit too much usage by individual players. The game started out. If we put that in the bottle of that first quarter and how the ball flowed and got the extra pass, got the best shot, then we would have more last year. Right now, even though we're 6-1, we're not playing pretty South Carolina basketball. And over time, it'll get better. It's just the 7th game. Tomorrow will be the 8th game. And steal percentage got better. Went from 61st to 42nd, from 13.9% to 14.7%. The steals, I think the addition of Maddy McDaniel and her tenacity to steal the basketball is really, really good. I believe that we have not been pests on defense in regards to stealing the basketball, nowhere near what we were last season. Thus, yet, I mean, I think it still can happen, but it hasn't got that way yet. But I think we're getting better. The jump from 61st to 42nd after one basketball game is really good. Now, schedule, again, 3rd in the country in terms of strength of schedule. If we have played a bunch of cupcakes, in these 7 games, then obviously the offensive stats and the defensive stats would be better. But we play multiple teams that are ranked in the top 15. I got another one next week against Duke. Block percentage is 19th to 17th. Blocks percentage is basically the same. I think we continue to get better with that. I think more Maryam Dauda will help with that. But Feagin and Watkins have been good blocking shots. The combination of Powell here and there getting the block, my Fulwiley here and there getting the block, Raven getting the block here and there. I think that helps a lot as well. In terms of team defense specifically, field goal percentage is 82nd. We're 44%. That's not being 84th in the country in terms of field goal percentage is not where I want it to be. I want us to get at least my goal is to get at least 48, 49% from the field. Yesterday was about 45%, almost 46% from the field. We missed too many, I think, easy baskets that we normally will hit. And I think that'll improve over the course of the season. 2-point percentage, we're 138th. That's not Carolina basketball. We're not really efficient in the 2-point realm. We're not getting the easy baskets close to the basket. We getting those offensive rebounds. So we missed the shot. We normally going to get the rebounds, like a 50-50 chance that we're going to get the offensive rebound and put it back. But we're not finishing as we normally would so far through 7 games. But I think we'll continue to improve. I think it, and then with this again, I hate harping on the schedule that we're playing. I really, really do. But the 3rd best strength of schedule is the 3rd best strength of schedule. That just means you're playing quality teams. If you have a strength of schedule that is 180th or 212th, something like that, and you have quality basketball teams who have strength of schedules like that, their stats are going to look much better than ours at this current rate. We have not played a Charleston Southern yet. We have not played a South Florida yet. We have not played some of those gimme games that some of these other teams have stacked a lot of wins on, stacked a lot of important double-doubles that they'll be claiming at the end of the season when they played inferior teams. Only thing I want is the Final Four. Only thing I want is the Final Four and a national championship. How we get there, it don't matter. It don't matter. We're playing the toughest schedule. I don't care. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't hide for so long. You are what you are. So eventually, you got to play somebody, and you got to play somebody really good this week. Then you're going to play somebody a few days after that who's really good, and we'll find out what type of team you actually are. Right now, Carolina played, right now, the quote-unquote, the number one team in UCLA, then played the top 15 team in Iowa State, going to play Duke will probably be top 10, top 7 when the new rankings come out on Monday or Tuesday. And then we got TCU right after that. Oh, the smoke is already here because Carolina don't care about no smoke whatsoever. It's just a matter of getting over some of these games because it's going to make us so much better when we plan. It's a stretch down the road where we play 4 straight, possibly top 10 teams in the future. There's a possibility if the rankings prove themselves. That's NCAA type stuff. Okay? That's what it is. We have so many goals on this basketball team, and I believe we're going to achieve all of them. 3-point percentage, we're currently at 36%. We were shooting about 35.3%. Sounds pretty good to me. That's going to only increase. Pow shooting 50%. Tessa shooting about 55% from the 3-point line. Both are sharp shooters, and both when they're hot at the same time, it's something to watch. It's something to watch. We got better on the free throw line. Went from 263rd to 215th. Went from 64.4% to 67.3% because we shot 87.5% from the free throw line this past game. That's amazing. If we shoot anywhere over 70% on tomorrow against Purdue, we only going up. That's the only way we're going. Assists per game, we went down. We averaging 14.9 assists, and we're 81st in the country. That goes back to what I was talking about. We're not finishing on those easy baskets, and sometimes the ball sticking. If the ball is sticking, we're not gonna pad our assist numbers. It's not gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. For U.S. turnovers, we're still doing well protecting the ball. Right now, we're averaging about 12.7 turnovers per game. We normally, before this game, was averaging 13 turnovers per game. So we're getting better with that. And that's very similar to what it was last season when we averaged 13 turnovers per game and won a national championship. So that's not too crazy right there. Assist to turnover ratio. I'm used to South Carolina being in the top 10 in terms of assist to turnover ratio. Currently, we at 35th. And right now, we have an assist to turnover ratio of 1.17 to 1 turnover. We are not stacking assists in these basketball games. We are not. And that's despite, Pow is leading the team in assists right now. When Maddy's in the basketball game, she gets, but per minute played, she gets a solid number of assists. Raven's numbers in terms of assists are down. She's averaging 2.1 assists per game, down from last season, which was 4.8 assists per basketball game. Things need to change on that end. In terms of defensively was a far superior effort against Iowa State than probably any team that we played this season. We went from 68th to 30th in terms of field goal percentage allowed, from 36.7 to 34.9%. Okay, because we locked up Iowa State defensively, field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. We were 17th in 2-point percentage allowed. We went up to 12th in the field goal percentage allowed, or 2-point percentage allowed. Went from 314th, which was terrible by South Carolina standards, in guarding the 3-point line, to 246. Still terrible, but it improved about 70 spots. We got to have a better effort of guarding the 3-point line going forward. And yesterday's game, where Iowa State shot about 19% from the 3-point line, And it proved that we can play better. We can play better. So tomorrow against Purdue, I expect the same type of effort, running folks off the three-point line or making it difficult to hit those threes and continue to rise up. I want to raise up another 30 70 points after tomorrow's big victory over Purdue team. Okay, in steals per game, we went from 70th to 47th. Okay, we averaged about 10.4 steals per basketball game. I think we could get more. I really do. I think we can get more with the number of pesky players that we have with quick hands. I really do. Well, Fulwiley and Raven and Maddy and Powell and then down low and with Watkins. Watkins be getting some steals as well. I think that those things can change. Block shots the same. We were 14th and now we're 15th. We averaged about 6 block shots per basketball game. That might be the running thing for this team this season. Now, I'm sure we're going to get it. It's going to be a game where we get like 11, 12 block shots. And then it might be a game we only get 4. But right now, we are averaging about 6 block shots per basketball game, which is about 15th in the country. Okay. In terms of our first 5 players, in terms of minutes, overall minutes. I'm not talking about minutes per game. I'm talking about overall minutes because you got a couple players who missed a couple of games. You got players who were suspended. You got players who missed this and that in the third for whatever reason. But the player that has played the most minutes thus far is Tahina Paopao. Lights out herself, Oceanside herself has played 27 minutes per game. She's averaging about 13 minutes, 13 points per game, shooting about 51% from the field, 50% from the free throw, 3-point line, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. She's playing some excellent basketball. She has an offensive rating of 128.4 and has a defensive rating, the lowest of her career, at 83. Tahina Paopao is special, averaging a little over 1 turnover per game, averaging 1.4 steals. The point guard, Tahina Paopao, is having a great year. She's currently second in the SEC in terms of 3-point percentage. In terms of offensive rating, she's 8th in the conference, which only is going to get better and better as the team's offense get used to playing off one another. Second in minutes for this basketball team, and I'm talking total minutes again, is Raven Hollywood Johnson. Raven has averaged about 23 minutes per game. Raven's averaged about 4 points, 22% from the field, 16% from the 3-point line. But yesterday, she only took 5 shots. She was 2 for 5 from the field. That's 40%. She was 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. That's 50%. So her numbers are trending upwards. We need another solid basketball game from Raven Johnson because they were sagging off the middle, sagging off Raven yesterday. So if they continue to sag off Raven in basketball games, light them up. Light them up. Do what you know you can do. Average about 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 turnover. Raven Johnson has an offensive rating of 82.7, which is the lowest in her illustrious career at the University of South Carolina, 3-time national champion. So defensive rating is 79.0. She went off. I mean, she started off horribly. If yesterday's game is the turning point of Raven Johnson's offensive woes, and we get some good games shooting the ball in a row, that start going to be long forgotten. It's going to be long forgotten. I think she just needs to get the ball in the rim. I really do. I really do. I want to see those numbers increase. Bree Hall is 3rd in terms of minutes. She's averaging about 23 minutes a game, 6 points. 6 points average. A field goal percentage, I want to say 37.5% and 42% from 3. 3 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1 steal, less than 1 turnover per game. Less than 1 turnover per basketball game, and you're playing 23 minutes. You got players out there playing 23 minutes and averaging about 4 assists, 4 turnovers. You know, Bree Hall take care of the ball, and she is currently 7th in the SEC in turnover percentage. She does not turn over the basketball game. That is probably a key component of what keeps her getting minutes. She don't turn the ball over. She plays really good defense. Her defensive rating is 81.3. Her offensive rating 120.9. No, she's not shooting a bunch of shots per game, but she is not. The shots that she's making, 38%, 42% from the three. Although I would like her field goal percentage to go more of the 42, 43% range, and it will, but she's playing solid basketball. Solid basketball. So I don't anticipate her numbers, her minutes going down whatsoever, because she don't really make mistakes. Joyce Edwards. Joyce Edwards is fourth in terms of minutes. The freshman phenom is averaging 21 minutes, averaging 10 points, shooting 46% from the field. That number will go up, okay? If Joyce was shooting about 55, 58% from the field, she'd be averaging about 13, 14 points right now. She's missing some shots that she normally wouldn't miss, and she will start finishing those, okay? She's got 6 rebounds per game, getting an assist per game, 2 blocks. Joyce Edwards, 2 blocks per game. One of the best defenders on this basketball team. Defensive rating is 74.8. Okay? Joyce Edwards, if her offensive rating is 92.9, if she wasn't averaging 3 turnovers per game, and those turnovers are going down, that anomaly, I want to say the North Carolina State game where she had 8 turnovers, was not her. Those numbers will continually to go up, and it's going to be, if we are looking at the totality of Joyce Edwards, of what she's going to be for the South Carolina Gamecocks this year, I am talking about a double-double, shooting a very good percentage and at the free throw line and the field goal range. Her defense is only going to get better. 74.8 is sensational. And playing 21 minutes per game, I said before the season began that Joyce will be playing anywhere between 18 and 20 minutes. Well, right now, she's averaging 21 minutes a game and 4th on the team in terms of total minutes. The 5th one is MiLaysia Fulwiley, and that's despite her only playing 3 minutes against UCLA. She is 5th on this team in total minutes. She's averaging 17 minutes per game. Of those 17 minutes, she is getting 10 points per basketball game, shooting 42% from the field, 31% from 3. Her 3-point percentage is a little down from what it was last year. Last year, I think it was 35% from 3. No, she has not had the quote unquote MiLaysia shooting touch just yet, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. She's still averaging 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, defensive rating of 80.9. Come on now. The players are just sensational defensively. Come on. The second 3, and then again, the season's second 3 in terms of total minutes is Chloe, Ashlyn Watkins, and Sania Feagin. Chloe Kitts is playing the best basketball of her young career. She's averaging about 20 minutes, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, offensive rating of 112.2. Okay, defensive rating of 72.9 by Angry Chloe. Chloe's putting in work, and she's been special so far through 7 basketball games. And I only see it getting better. Chloe's going to average a double-double this season. She didn't play much. I think it was 14 minutes in yesterday's game. She didn't play a lot. But I expect that to be different against Purdue tomorrow. I expect her to give them some work on tomorrow's 11 o'clock in the morning game. Ashlyn Watkins is starting to round into shape and be Ashlyn Watkins that we know and love, averaging 19 minutes, I think it's 7 points, 6 rebounds. You know, she's playing really solid. She's playing really solid. Couple blocks, 1 assist, 1 turnover, couple of steals, defensive rating out of sight. 68.2. The offensive rating isn't what I want it to be at this point, but it will be eventually. You talk about 112, okay? But right now she's 7th in the SEC in blocks per game. She's 10th in the SEC in total blocks per basketball game. Ashlyn Watkins is figuring it out. She's figuring it out. And as when she's figuring it out, that only going to make us better in the future. Talk about a player that has figured it out. It's Sania Feagin. Sania Feagin played her best basketball game, in my humble opinion, of her Gamecock career. Sania Feagin balled out offensively and defensively. Defensively, she has a 74.7 defensive rating. She has been a foundational piece to the post defense. Offensive rating of 112.2. She's only playing 16 minutes per game, giving 6 points and about 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 1 block shot. But she has been really good this season. I hope the minutes increase, and I hope she continues the good basketball that she's been playing. I really do. So proud of Sania Feagin, and so proud of the bounce back that these young ladies did on yesterday. Tomorrow, we got Purdue. And the next video will be dissecting what Purdue brings to the table against the three-time national champions. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will as I continue to bring you that gospel Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.
J-Rock did this